So let's go ahead and discuss the fact that you now have the foundation to go from a completely disadvantaged position, is that right? Disadvantageous, disadvantaged.
And not a good position.
A not good position to a good position and to even finish the position. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the moves that we do know, and let's talk about how we can utilize them to build a full chain. So we talked about this a little bit earlier. No, go ahead and sit down, sorry. And so, go ahead and sit up, actually, yeah. So, you're here, right? Someone's playing a guard. Let's say you're trying to pass guard. You can put them back, right? Get to this open guard pass. Boom. Push that leg through. Get to here. Go for the back. Boom. Get here. Finish the choke. Bam. Right? You know all those moves now. You have the ability to get from that guard pass and do that. And let's go ahead and even talk here. So go ahead and stand up. Let's say you're right here. You know a tripod sweep. Boom. And you get up. Pull them on their back. Let's go this way since you guys can see me this way. Right? Get all the way around. Push through. Take the back. Rear naked choke. Let's face them. Yeah. Bam. Rear naked choke. Boom. All right, let me put me in close guard right here. Ooh. Oh, that's a good close guard. All right, so you guys know a close guard break, right, to pass. So here, bam, break the guard, combat base, come down to the knee staple, hug the head, back step, here, bam, side control. And now you guys know the Americana. From right here. Boom. So you went from being in somebody's guard to being able to submit them, right? So you can start chaining all these things together. From every single position, you now have something to do, something to go for, right? Something to finish off. And let me go ahead and say this too. These things can translate. So from mount, I can finish the Americana, right? From the mount, the same exact thing that I just did, I can finish, if I move a little bit, the Kimura, right? I'll do it this way so that way you guys can see. You can finish the Kimura. That takes a little bit more, but just to give you an idea. So, let me put you in my close guard. So, hip bump sweep, boom, right? Let me switch sides. Right here, Americana, boom, all right? Let me do the hip bump sweep from the other side. Right here. Ready? Boom. Hip bump sweep. Bam. I'm already right here for the for the Kimura. Right? If he gets out of that, that's fine. I'll go for the Americana. I guess what I'm trying to say is you now have enough tools to go from beginning to end in one flow, to be able to go from bad position to good position to submission, or from good position to good position to submission, right? There's enough in your tool belt to get you to where you need to go in kind of like a circle of all these things, right? So, that's good. Let's say, real quick, let's say come here, let me put you in mount.
Gotcha.
Right? Let's say I'm going for something in mount and he bump me this way, boom. Well, that's fine. I'm in close guard. I've been in close guard. I know what to do from close guard. I can hip bump sweep. If he stands up, right, I can sweep this way, right? So you have enough that you now know to go ahead and start making Jiu Jitsu a little bit more holistic. And right now, you should be to the point where you're kind of speaking the language, right? If you go right now with the information that you have, you can walk into your academy and kind of get the gist and understand the language that they're speaking when you want to start Jiu-Jitsu. And that should bring a lot more confidence, right? It should bring you a lot more like, okay, I can go in there and not be completely lost when people are talking to me and the professor's showing a position. And it might be something just out of the blue, right? The position might be something crazy, but at least you're like, oh, they're advancing from here, or they're trying to get to here. Their goal is this. you now understand that, right? And so that's what this is all meant for, and you can kind of see how that all chains together. So let's go ahead and talk about the little things that are a little bit more isolated and a little bit more in detail. But from right here, you should have basically what we wanted to accomplish was you can get from one position to the other and know what it's meant for and why it's important. And I can't say this enough, but you're speaking the language, right? So John is fairly new at Jiu Jitsu. What do you think so far?
Yeah, I think that this helps to build that base enough that you can be confident to start.
Right.
And that you can be comfortable enough to go into the gym and actually apply it and then learn all the different dialects and flavors of it from there.
Exactly, yeah. So no matter what position you're in, you have a goal, right? Mm-hmm. You have something in the front of your mind like, this is what I'm going for. Even if that means you do 1,000,000 Americanas, 1,000,000, that's fine. You become the Americana guy.
Yep.
You know, if you go for 1,000,000 hip bump sweeps, that's fine. At least you have something, right? And you'll see as the way we chain moves together to get from position to position, you might chain moves together. So in the sense of like you might chain moves for a sweep. You might go for a hip bump sweep knowing that it might not work to chain together another sweep. So I think this is a really good way to have something in mind when you get to each position, because what might happen is you're going to go into your new academy and the professor is going to show something, or maybe you've already experienced this, where you go in and the professor shows something and out of context you're completely lost and you're like, I don't even know why I'm learning this specific move, because it's without context, right? And with this course, with what you've just experienced, right, with understanding the language, the foundation, now that should make more sense. Like, okay, I'm doing this to get to this end goal, right? And so what I'm hoping for is by the time you finish this and you see how these things all chain together, you at least have something to do in each position and an understanding of what's a bad position and what's a good position, right? If you're underneath somebody, you're in a bad position usually, right? Guard kind of being the exception to that. But if you get to somebody's side control, they're in a bad position, you're in a good position. If somebody gets you in side control, then you know you're in a bad position, right? So let's go ahead and talk about that aspect of it. But I'm really happy to say from like right now, you should be at least speaking the language of what Jiu Jitsu kind of is, or Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is the strangulation, the joint manipulation, the shoulder, ball and socket, and then positions, right? So I'm really excited to provide that to you guys, and I hope you're learning a lot. And let's go ahead and get to the next step of the introductory course.